Welcome back to Southwest Yard and Garden. I'm Curtis Smith. Gardeners, along with a lot of other people this time of the year, are preparing for feasts. They're eating a lot of turkey, and turkeys can be a problem if it's not prepared right and not used properly for our holiday feast. So today we're at the Bernalillo County Extension Office with Patricia Aaron, home economist here, who has some advice for us how to be safe in our holiday feast. What should we know about the turkey here?
Curtis, if it's a fresh turkey, if you're buying one, you can only keep it in the refrigerator about 2 days before you cook it.
So we can't go buy the Christmas turkey and the Thanksgiving turkey all at the same time?
Well, you could if you froze it, because once it's frozen, it will last at 0 degrees Fahrenheit for up to 12 months.
Okay, so frozen turkey is okay. We can buy that now. So is there any special advice regarding a frozen turkey?
Well, of course, you want to thaw it right. When you're having a frozen turkey, it's going to take you about 24 hours for every 5 pounds of turkey. So if this is a 12-pound turkey, it's going to take at least 3 days in the refrigerator to thaw it. So you're going to have to plan ahead to do some good management. And
for dummies like me, do you find something on here that tells you how heavy the turkey is?
There's usually a tag that will give you the weight. So that will help you in calculating how long you need to leave it in the refrigerator.
And so you want to read the tag, and that tells you all the other information. And so we can thaw it a lot of different ways. You've talked about the refrigerator, but how about here on the counter?
We really don't recommend that because the surface of the turkey heats up, and then you'll have bacterial growth that can make you sick. You could have foodborne illness over the holidays, which you certainly wouldn't want, and certainly not if you're having a lot of people in to eat. You don't want to make everybody sick.
Well, and as gardeners, we like to garden and grow things, but we don't want a bacteria garden.
No.
How about the old-fashioned sink full of water thawing?
You can do that as long as you keep the water under 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and you want to use a thermometer. Put the thermometer into the water, and that means that you're probably going to have to change that water every 20 to 30 minutes, which you may not want to get up through the night and do that. So the best thing to do is to use the refrigerator method. Plan ahead.
So just put it in the refrigerator, let it thaw there. And again, so everyone hears this, how long for every 5 pounds?
24 hours for every 5 pounds. And it's a good idea to put it into a pan so it catches the drippings and the food beneath in the refrigerator does not get drippings on it that would also cause foodborne illness.
Because this is one that you really want to be careful. The protein-based foods, the meats, are a very great problem we need to think about with bacteria.
Yes, you can just assume that they do have bacteria. They can have Salmonella, Campylobacter, Listeria. So you want to treat it carefully. And then once it's thawed, you want to wash it, and then you can begin to cook it.
Okay, can bacteria grow in the refrigerator?
Sure can. Listeria grows at 27 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's even frozen. So we've got this, we thaw it, we're ready to cook. What are some tricks you can tell us about cooking?
Well, I'd like for you with the stuffing to stuff it just immediately before you cook it.
Can't put it in the night before?
No, and that's because that bacteria can be on the inside of the cavity. Also, you don't want to make the stuffing ahead because of the meat juices. The meat juices can have bacteria. So make your stuffing just right before you want to roast the turkey and insert it.
Okay, and then how do we know when the turkey's cooked?
You really need to use a thermometer, Curtis. You can use a meat thermometer like this. It's inserted into the fleshy part of the inner thigh, and the thermometer should read 180 to 185 when it's done. Right, and it's going to take you about 20 minutes per pound if it's unstuffed, about 30 minutes per pound if it's stuffed.
And when the turkey's cooked, then the stuffing's cooked too?
Usually, but you want to test that also. You can use, here's another thermometer. This is like an instant read thermometer. You turn it on, and within about 10 seconds, it will give you the temperature. So you would insert this into the stuffing, and the stuffing should be 165 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, and we can then carve it, eat it. Can we leave it sitting on the table while we're eating?
Up to 2 hours. Once it leaves that oven, then within that 2-hour period, you need to either eat it, get it packaged for the refrigerator, or freezing it.
And once we've done that, how long can we leave it refrigerated?
Up to 2 days. And if you want to have it longer, what you can do is package the turkey meat. You can cut it off the carcass and wrap it in foil. And I like to double wrap it so that you don't get freezer burn. And then I put it into a storage bag, and it can go in the freezer up to 3 months. You want to eat it within that length of time.
So we've got 3 months, 2 days in the refrigerator, 3 months in the freezer to eat our leftover turkey so we don't have to eat it all at one time.
Right. That's a real bonus, isn't it?
Yes. Well, Patricia, thank you very much.
You're more than welcome.
I hope our listeners, our viewers, will be very careful, and they'll be back with us gardening next year.
I hope so too, Tony.
Thank you.
Thank you.